Good afternoon, YouTubers. I've been asked about cleaning guns and why. You'd think it was quite obvious, really, wouldn't you? You know, the most important part of keeping a gun clean is the barrel. You've got to look down that barrel, and what you're looking for amongst the rifling is any dirt, really. Bits of sand. I mean, when we were in the army, you'd be carrying a gun and you'd be having a big helmet on and a big pack on your back, and you're jumping over all these obstacles and things, and the last thing you want is to get dirt in your gun, because if you get dirt in the gun will jam. It won't fire, you know. And if you get your barrel dig in the ground, as it often does, you've got to try and avoid doing that, but it does happen, and dirt goes up the barrel. And then you see in some of these videos, like they show you certain guns, they pull them up out the mud and then they start firing them, and that, you should never do that. Never ever do that, okay? I'm not saying you won't get away with it, but it will damage the barrel for sure. You know, if you want to keep a gun for years, that's like malpractice. That's like really, really bad. Maybe in a war zone where you can throw the gun away and get another one, you know, it's a different ball game. But when it comes to air rifles and air guns, you should get a brush, a long brush, and just clean the barrel out and just look down it, make sure there's nothing in there that's going to dirty it. When you fire pellets leave bits of residue behind in the barrel in the rifling, and when you pull it through, you can see the dirt. You should always pull it through, clean it out. I've looked down people's barrels before today and I've thought, tell me you're not going to fire that. Why? What's wrong with it? It's just red with rust inside. The worst case scenario with a firearm is when you pull the trigger, the bullet will stop in the barrel because there's so much crap in the barrel, and you could split the barrel, you could burst the barrel, you could have injuries sustained. That's worst case scenario, but most of the time the bullet will actually leave the barrel and take a load of shite behind it, and it's not going to hit whatever you were aiming at because it's just going to be going all over the place. So when it comes to air rifles, I always pull the barrel through before I use it, and I'll always pull it through at the end when I've finished and put a bit of oil through it. I bought a really cheap cleaning kit off Amazon. This was the cheapest one I could find, and it was a tenner, I think, 14 quid. This one is, it just comes with extending screw-on rods. Just screw them in, however long the barrel needs to be, and you've got some brushes, cleaning brushes at the end that screw on, and just pull them through. Pull them and push them through. You can wipe them with a bit of tissue, get the oil off them, but it's very important to do that, otherwise you finish up with a wire brush. And there's a wire brush. These are 177 and 22 air rifle brushes, and they go on the end. You screw them on. So if you've got any rust in the barrel, you've got to be going backwards and forwards with the wire brush, trying to clear it all out and looking and pulling it through, wiping it, pulling it through, cleaning it again until it's spotless. Because if it's not spotless inside, your shots will not be accurate, not at all. They just won't. You're not going to hit what you're shooting at, so you may as well not bother shooting it in the first place. People put guns in damp rooms and then they wonder why they go rusty. But the inside of a barrel is going to rust, okay? So every time you shoot it, clean it through, put a bit of oil in it, pull it through. So then you've got oil in there. Because you don't know when you're going to go shooting it again, you might leave it for months. I have it in a bag, so it stays sort of relatively dry, in a good condition. I'm not really bothered about the outside of the gun, you know, but some people are. But definitely the inside of the barrel is the most important part. If you're in the military, you know, you get sand in the working parts and dust in the air. You step out the back of a helicopter and there's all dust going everywhere. I mean, I've seen soldiers put their guns inside a bin bag. Okay, and wrap the bin bag round the gun when they're getting in and out of helicopters. I mean, they can pull the bin bag off and start firing if they have to, but that's just to keep the dust and the shite out of the working parts, because that will jam the gun. That's the worst case scenario, is someone shooting at you and your gun jams because it's full of crap. And you don't want to be taking the damn thing apart and cleaning it all the time, more than you have to do anyway. It's an ongoing nightmare. Dirt in guns, for sure. But the barrel is the most important part. And get yourself a pull through or one of these, just a rod. There's about 3 rods that screw onto this, depending on the length of the barrel on your air gun. It's very important to keep it clean. The barrel, inside the barrel, just generally lubricate the rest of it. I mean, you could spend too much time. You can be really nitpicky, can't you? I'm not nitpicky. I hate nitpickiness. I just want it to work. I want it to work properly when it comes to it.